Hey everybody, and welcome this week to Bloodwash. Post-commentary for the first minute or so here again because unfortunately I didn't notice I was peeking on the main menu until after all of this was recorded. We'll sort that out going forward. Anyways, Bloodwash is a horror game, this time another page of the Torture Star video catalog, which you might remember I'm excited to cover in some kind of a universe lore coverage video sometime in the far off future. They're all interconnected from what I read on the wiki, but we'll see. Anyways, this game has a lot of dialogue and most of it I'll be being quiet for so that you can hear it. With all that out of the way, enjoy your original host, Dr. Dirk from earlier in the week.
What a day. Professor Watt was his usual miserable self and that test was a killer. Hopefully I can just relax and... Of course, Liam didn't do the laundry or clean. I'll have to do a load of laundry. I have an interview for a job tomorrow and have nothing to wear. I'll gather these clothes up and head to the laundry room in the basement. I'm going to have to talk to Liam later. I'm too upset and tired to go through it again. He's going to have to pull it together for this baby.
Alright, so we actually got quite a bit of exposition there. I kind of like the writing of this game. So like if we try to leave already, I can't leave yet, I need to go gather my dirty clothes. It's kind of interesting, like it does a really good job of like describing the situation without describing the items very blandly. So anyway, the first thing we have to do is collect dirty clothes because we have to, clean up. We can analyze, we can look at some stuff in the apartment, a small black and white TV, and we've got like pizza boxes and Chinese and stuff all around. So you can understand that we're very busy and obviously kind of impoverished as well, filled with a couple horror movies I have. Nothing better to sit down to at the end of the day. So they probably have like all these VHSs because they... Did they already mention they don't have cable? I guess it's not really important, just something I was thinking about. I guess it looks fine for an apartment. I wonder what you're paying for this and what the time period is, but otherwise, it looks good enough. It's dirty as fuck, but what can you do? College kids, am I right? We're also a young lady who is going to school and is pregnant with their kind of like bum of a boyfriend's kid, bathroom door. So we can look, this is where our boyfriend is located at. I'm honestly too mad to talk to Liam right now. Let him get over this hangover by himself. So we've got like, the bedroom there. Kind of surprised that they're religious. I don't know why I am, but I just kind of am. The fact that they have like a cross with Christ on it there in the living room. The phone, nobody I should call, especially at this hour. Let's see. I don't think, like I said, I'm not going to look at every little minute detail, kind of around. There are some things that I kind of want to point out because I think they're kind of interesting, but yes, we've got to go to our apartment building's little like laundry place that's down in the basement or whatever. So I haven't yet mentioned it. Let's go ahead and look at this door. A nice man lives here. It's good to know good to know you have at least one good neighbor. That's true. At least he's your next door neighbor, so he won't be hopefully too loud, especially if he's a good neighbor. And we've got a newspaper that we can look at here. The headline reads, "Womb Ripper Strikes Again." In the early hours of the 30th, authorities were called when a passerby found a terribly mangled corpse haphazardly tossed on the nearby grounds. Sources indicate that the woman was indeed pregnant, and just like previous victims, the fetus was cut out and assumed to be taken by the assailant. So very morbid, extremely morbid killer here, the Womb Ripper. The name is apt and descriptive. I don't think a woman and her son lives here. Okay, now that I think about it, I haven't seen either of them in about a week. So what I was getting at as we're kind of walking around here, I am going to kind of edit around so that the jump scares aren't as loud as they should be. I'm also going to be prefacing whenever they come. So this is what I meant by dialogue that I really like. I'm surprised they take any safety precautions in this death trap. So there's like a fire extinguisher there, and something about that dialogue the last time I played like kind of struck me. Like, they described that this place is a shithole without saying like a fire extinguisher. This place sucks. They kind of use like ways of describing that this place is a shithole without saying that it's just a shithole, which is really nice. Let's see. We are down here in the basement. Things look kind of eerie, of course. Like I said, I'm not gonna look at every little tiny thing because most of it's pretty uninteresting, and we're gonna have enough to kind of interact with as we go on. Okay, so let's look at the toolbox first. The toolbox. Our janitor would kill me if I rummaged through his things, even though I really doubt he uses any of these. Okay. So we've got a washer. What? Out of order. What am I gonna do now? So we've got a jump scare coming very soon. I should probably go back upstairs and figure something out. There'll be a man behind us. Like I said, I'm going to fix the audio. It's nothing too scary. It's just a man that will jump out at us here. And he's also got some dialogue as well. Very fucking loud.
You scared the bejesus out of me.
I scared you? You scared me. What the hell are you doing creeping around down here?
Look, I'm sorry for scaring you. I'll tell you, but can you keep this to yourself?
Jesus Christ, Joe, you're insane. Yeah, I can. What's up?
The missus kicked me out and it's too cold outside, so I'm trying to wait her out down here. I really didn't mean to creep on you. Honest.
I believe you. Just next time maybe don't go around slinging doors open and hiding in the dark.
I will. Thanks, kid. Say, if you want to use the washing machine, it's broken.
Yeah, thanks. I figured that out.
All right, so Hobo Joe lives here. And I presume that's his name because I doubt that anybody would be too cool with just... and I mean, he talks about his wife, too, so I doubt anybody... I think it's a name. It's like a moniker, Hobo Joe, not a descriptor. But I don't know. I don't know too much about... I actually haven't played much of Torture Star Video's catalog. They recently, what kind of got me to get my ass in gear a little bit is I'm sort of excited. This game came out about a year ago now called Sniper Killer, which again takes place in kind of this overarching universe. And, it looks like the old, like sniping stickmen game. So it looks kind of cool. So let's go ahead and talk to Stan. Another cutscene here.
Oh, you know, trying to balance life, school, and job hunting.
It's a tough world these days. Liam been treating you well?
When he isn't drunk. Yeah.
Look, you'll tell me if it gets bad. Yeah, I know it ain't easy to talk about. And you don't have to tell me nothing. Just promise me you'll tell me if you need help. My sister used to be in a bad situation too, and there's places you can go.
I appreciate that, Stan. I really do.
Yeah, sure. You doing some laundry at this time of night?
I'm trying to. Of course, when I really need it, the washer downstairs is broken.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. And speaking of shit, I have an interview tomorrow, so I guess I'll show up smelling like crap.
Well, if it's an emergency, I heard of this laundromat that's open 24/7, just outside of town. Still early enough to catch the last bus. I'll have to say, though, it's a hell of a time to be out so late, especially with that maniac roaming around.
I'm a big girl, Stan. Do you know the address?
Sure. Let me write it down for you. Just promise me you'll take care, alright?
Okay, so we got to go grab our purse before we head to the laundromat. One last stop at the house, and we'll be good to go to this laundromat on the outskirts of town. So at least we understand that there's a certain importance to going to this laundromat instead of just like wanting to do laundry, which I always find to be nice. You know, we want to smell nice, look nice for our interview tomorrow, which we need to improve our quality of life. Hopefully, get out of this shithole and try and make a little something of ourselves, which is what they're doing, evidently. I couldn't imagine. You know, I did kind of like the work and school thing at the same time, and it oh my god, it's for the birds, let me tell you. So I couldn't imagine being a pregnant, struggling, you know, mother with like a dipshit for a boyfriend too, so, or upcoming mother. I like that. And it looks familiar, but I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. This is another cool kind of detail, but it's not like, you know, too cool. An old suitcase. I really shouldn't get in the middle of a gang's drug drop-off. That'd be an adventure for another night. So that's kind of funny. That's what she thinks that is. We can talk to this guy. I'm not going to let this audio play out by itself. It's just some dude just absolutely tweaking. He talks about, you know, somebody steals something from him or they're taking something from him. I don't think there's any, like I said, having only played like 5 out of like 15 games or so that exist in this catalog, I don't know if that has any kind of overarching bearing on anything, but okay, a job opening for a security guard is posted. I'd apply, but it's nights only and I wouldn't have time to do homework. Okay, if you say so. I couldn't imagine, unless it was like maybe hospital security. And we've got a car kind of driving by. We've got time to kill here until this bus gets here, so we're going to kind of run around and just kind of look at things. What's that say? My brother is an electrician back home and would know. Oh, very interesting. We're going to look at this trash, and then we're going to actually talk to this hobo here. Might not be doing great, but I'm not at the point where I have to go dumpster diving. Not yet, at least. Okay, fair enough. So we've got a kind of a hobo, a man here beside a barrel, and we'll talk to him real quick.
Got any change?
Sure, I have a couple dollars.
Better than nothing, thanks, kid. Haven't seen you around here before.
I moved in not too long ago. I'm usually studying or at my classes, so that's probably why.
Oh, a college girl, huh? What are you studying?
I'm pursuing a career in education at the moment.
Nice. That's what I got my bachelor's in.
Oh, that's great. I hope I can find a gig soon afterwards.
If not, my sleeping bag has room for two.
Very funny, very funny. I don't know that you'd want a kid on your hands, but anyway, here is the bus. We can enter it, and we actually, again, have dialogue just as soon as we talk to the bus driver here.
Where are you heading at this hour, if you don't mind me asking?
The laundromat on the outside of town.
Not sure I believe that. Pretty late to be doing laundry. Hey, if you're looking to score, I have a good deal just for a pretty little thing like you. You won't even have to pay cash, if you know what I mean.
How about you just drive the bus and I'll pretend you're not a desperate loser?
Whatever, bitch. Sit the fuck down so I can get this piece of junk rolling again.
Damn, kind of funny. Whatever, bitch. Okay, so here we are waiting on the bus. We've got to make it to the laundromat. I don't know, that character's very funny to me. I try and imagine what point in life you have to be in to just proposition random women that you just think are prostitutes, let alone, I mean, it's bad enough to kind of assume that, you know, somebody is like, you know, pregnant or whatever. It's like, imagine assuming somebody's a prostitute and they're not, and imagine being on the other side of that. Like, you're like just a nice young lady, and he's like, you know, he's like, oh, you trying to score? We're just bullshitting here kind of while we're waiting. There's not much to look at here on the bus. This guy looks kind of odd, doesn't he? We can zoom in here. I kind of like his like red sort of John Lennon glasses a little bit, or at least that's the way that I've always kind of looked at them. There he comes. He's looking dapper. So anyway, we've got another slight jump scare coming here. Whenever we look out the window and we look back over, he'll be right in our face, so get ready for that.
Hello. May I sit beside you?
There's plenty of other seats, so I don't see why you would need to do that.
May I sit beside you?
Are you deaf? Do I need to get the driver to throw you off?
You're going to die tonight.
What?
You're going to die tonight. I've seen it. Tonight is your last night on Earth. You are walking straight into your doom. Can't you see that? You and that child inside you.
How did you...
You will be found, just like all the others. Ripped open, your insides displayed for all the angels above to look down and see. Oh yes, of that I am certain.
Please, just stop talking.
May I sit beside you?
All right, miss. This is your stop.
All right, well, good thing we're getting the hell off there. That guy is a very odd character, am I right? I like the voice actor there. Even if I had some kind of, what do they call that? Like premonition a little bit? Like I could see like into people's lives and knew that they were going to die. Definitely don't know I'd approach them by being an asshole, but hey, what can I say? I don't have it. So, but yes, here, welcome to Bloodwash. I really like the art in this game. Like that's obviously just like a flat texture that's spinning, but it still kind of looks like what you presume it to be, like body parts or like viscera inside of like a body, or I'm sorry, inside of a body, inside of a washing machine. So yes, now we can get started at the Bloodwash proper, just as soon as we get through this like little cutscene here. I kind of like how these all feel like C-list, D-list movies a little bit, all these games. Womb Ripper strikes again. The kind of problem with C-list and D-list movies is that they're C-list and D-list movies, so they kind of suck, but I don't know, there's a certain kind of charm to it too, I suppose. And you know, it gets reflected in trying to make it into like a video game, which is cool. That's a very kind of unceremonious cut there, but hey, we're loading into the next chapter now. I guess we should get used to it, huh? Anyway, goodbye bus and hello laundromat. You can see this is where the bus stop is. I don't think that there's anything to, you know, kind of look at or anything. We're gonna be here for a little bit. We've got some time to kill, probably around about 20 minutes. So before I bother to go and interact with like all kinds of stuff in and around the area, I'm going to, whoa, that was very loud. The music is a little bit loud there. I'm going to go ahead and start our laundry. We can talk to this employee here.
What is it?
Oh, Are you all really open all night?
We're open all night, but I take my naps at midnight, so you better not need anything after that.
Oh, okay. I'll be sure not to need anything.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, that guy's kind of a dick. Anyway, we can get our laundry started here. We got to wash and dry it. Lots of stuff to interact with here, but again, I'm not going to interact with any of it until we get our laundry started, just to kind of make the most of the time, because I found myself the last time that I played doing all the exploring first, and then I ended up having to wait for like 20 minutes for my shit to wash and dry. So you might think we have a jump scare coming up here, but you would be wrong. We just had to get our change from the change machine, and we'll pop our clothes into the washing machine here. I like that look of the clothes there. Very cubish. Guess I can take a look at the other stores in the plaza while I wait on my clothes. We can check the washer time. There's about 8 minutes in total, until it gets clean. So certain things we can pick up, like here, like comic books, urban legends. So we can kind of flip through it. I'm not going to go through really many of the comic books, but, just so that you can kind of look at what they are and stuff. I guess it's kind of cool in terms of like, killing time where you need to kill time. Like, here, for example, if you really fucked with like, what am I trying to think of I'm surely thinking of like, kill time by like reading, like a comic book. This does kind of feel like a laundromat, and in a certain sense, it's kind of relaxing. There is a TV remote here. Like I said, we're just going to kind of do the full Monty, just walk around, get a look at things, because we're going to be here for a little bit. I guess we could talk to this guy. He has some stuff to say, so let's go ahead and talk to him. All right, sorry, I actually had to cut there so I could turn the sound effects off so we can actually hear this guy, because my washer's too loud.
Night wash, too.
Yeah, I work night shift at the factory down the road. This place is the only one open when I get off work. Was a real pain when the first one burnt down.
First one?
You knew around here? Yeah, this place used to be next door years ago. But there was a big fire. I don't think they ever found out exactly what caused it.
That sounds awful.
Girl died in that fire, too. An employee. I don't like to spread rumors, but...
But what?
Pretty mysterious. The way she died, I mean. It wasn't a fire that started quickly. She should have had plenty of time to get out. But she was found in the office. I heard they were close to opening up a murder investigation. That a detective thought the girl was locked in. But then decided to drop it when nobody came up. You know, cops. Lazy sons of bitches.
Well, if that's true, it does sound pretty suspect.
Sure does. Feels like it got swept under the rug pretty quick, what with the womb ripper coming around and butchering those women. That has all the headlines these days.
Okay, so, we've got some kind of, what do they call it? I use the word in like almost every Let's Play these days. Exposition. Yes, I love that word so much. We got some exposition there from that guy who, kind of told us that, oh dear, they're cursing already. So, oh, hey, there's somebody on the phone. Hello. I don't know. It's just kind of like some whispering. You can't really hear much there. That a next door used to be another laundromat, and that was the original laundromat. Smells like a toilet. Too true. Water fountains are really gross sometimes. I think both of these doors are locked. The women's restroom is locked. The men's restroom is locked. The adjacent building to this one used to house this original laundromat. I kind of like this one better. Definitely brighter. We'll get to see the other one here soon. And let's see, what else was he? Oh, he also talked about a lady that worked there who got trapped inside and burned to death. It'll be a long night, so I might need a talking about, of course, this like little game toy. We can play it here real quick. I really don't care for this game. It's really fucking boring. Also apparently really loud relative to my audio. Gonna have to be sure to turn this way the fuck down. Yeah, I don't know. Very kind of boring mini game. There's nothing to it. So we also picked up a remote, which we can use to do something fairly cool. We can turn on the TV in the corner. Puppet Combo presents, and then it like yeah, we can just flip through different like channels. This is some kind of cartoon apparently. I don't know. I'll let it play. We got a creepy doll head, which I didn't really get a mention whenever we did, but this guy says he's like, nah, not my kind of doll, if you know what I mean. So he doesn't mind being crass. He's kind of funny sometimes, kind of very like not great other times. Like I don't. Oh, we've got some weird sort of moaning and crying out here. What in the world is that noise? Sounds like a child crying, but I don't think it's a kid. Ugh, very weird. We've got a post office box here. It doesn't do or is relevant to anything, but, it's there. Let's see. What else was I thinking here? I do want to kind of just, maybe get a quick look around outside so that I don't, have to do this later on. 0451. Looks like a code to something. I wonder what. All right. We'll just pocket that for now. 0451. You can visit some of these stores. They're, obviously it's later in the evening, so most of these places are kind of getting close to closing down for the evening. We'll go ahead and talk to this character here called Peepaw.
Can I help you? Looking for anything specific? A movie? A video game? Fish?
No, just browsing, thanks.
Alright, well, let me know if you need any help. And don't you even think about stealing anything. I have eyes everywhere.
Wouldn't dream of it. You have quite an assortment of things. What kind of store is this again?
It's Peepaw's. I'm Peepaw. It's my store.
Right.
Okay, so welcome to Peepaw, staffed by Peepaw. What do they sell here? Why, stuff, of course. I don't know. I can't really get a handle on what this place kind of is. They just kind of sell whatever Peepaw wants to, which fucking respect. We've got VHS displays, horror movies. We've got, I guess, more horror movies, comic books, TV, probably to test the, our VHSs and stuff, preview them. We got a Ouija board here. This is very... Yeah, extremely loud. This Ouija board has been used for evil. As I understand it, also vinyl records. That's kind of interesting. Also, like, laundry. Fuck, man, there's tons of laundry detergent. I guess when you're next door to a laundromat. Vintage cereal. The year on this box is too faded to read. Ooh, okay. I guess Peepaw was like in an earlier game, probably like a free one or like a Patreon exclusive game to this catalog, and he was like a demon guy. I am aware of that, at least in passing. I was like reading the wiki on this like a while back. I do kind of like he has these shirts up. I heart my Peepaw. My friends and I were talking the other day. This is kind of funny. I was like, we were using like the chat GPT to generate like pictures of ourselves in goofy situations, and we're like sending them to one another. And one of them put my face on the shirt that I was wearing. And I was like, dude, what a fucking G move. Like to wear a shirt with your own face on it. That's fucking funny. Like, oh wow, that looks kind of cool. It looks like the Thing sort of movie title. What do they call those? Like the poster or whatever. I also like that he sells fish. That's kind of cool. We're of course just picking up random like comic books and stuff too. I'm not overly like invested in any of the comic books, but yeah, I think it's very cool. The beta tank's very beautiful, but mean and antisocial. I can respect that, I guess. That's what she says anyway. Smile, you're on camera. It says that, but I don't really see any cameras around. I wonder if they're meant more to just scare, but cameras are expensive. Be kind, rewind. So this is the adult XXX section. Trying my best not to. I don't think there's anything really uncouth. I'm definitely not gonna, well, fuck, I am gonna have to look at something, aren't I? Okay, so let's look at these porno tapes. And then I believe as we get ready to leave, yep, there's Peepaw right there, and he will kind of jump scare us, but it's really not so bad whenever you know that he's coming. He like kind of jumps at you and like tries to scare you. We can talk to him again here.
Ha! Gotcha. So you're not stealing anything? My apologies.
I kind of, you kind of have to feel bad for the girl a little bit here. Like, what kind of position in life does a young lady have to be stealing pornography? And that's what he thinks we're stealing. Oh dear. Okay, so we've got another comic book here. I don't know. I like the covers if nothing else. And then I also wanted to look at before we go and visit these other stores, because we still have plenty of time. You can see like this is West End Laundry. It has police tape up over it. And then here's like a car, which looks very similar to that car that we saw while we were waiting on the bus. We went right before we talked to that homeless guy. Pretty big area, but it seems to be like just barely bigger than the new laundromat. But hey, like I said, I like the new laundromat. They probably got some insurance money and can actually make it look nice. Then we've got a liquor store, which kind of surprises me that it's closed already. What is that down there? That's a tattoo studio? No, that can't be right. I must surely be misreading that. A video studio. Okay, so video studio right next to Peepaw's, and a tax sort of place. I guess no real surprise that it's closed. And we've got a pizza and an appliance store. So let's go look into the pizza place first. Let's pick up the Sin Eater comic. And let's see. I don't think there's really much to see around here. This place is kind of chill. I don't want to call it relaxing because it's really not, but I wouldn't mind hanging out here, picking up a za.
Sorry, didn't see you there. Can I get you anything?
No thanks. I'm just killing time until my laundry next door is done.
Well, you're out late. Just a heads up, we're closing soon. Feel free to hang out until then, though.
Okay, so like I said, this place is kind of chill. I don't know, you spend $20 here, you get a pizza, get a drink, hang out for a little bit, maybe play the arcade games, Rum Buns, the crane games. She says, I'm not very good at these kind of games. Not that skill has anything to do with it since they're rigged. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. And a fortune-telling machine, I don't know, maybe piss away $2 at the crane game, $1 at the fortune-telling machine. If a good night's sleep isn't in my future, then I don't want to hear about it. Too true, too true. This guy doesn't really have a ton to say. I think we can actually show him like some things like where is it? I've got my inventory is getting so cluttered. That's not creepy at all, he says. All right, so we step outside. What am I thinking here now? I didn't show Peepaw the head, but I'll do that whenever I kind of go to loop around. All right, and here we are in the appliance store. So this is something I missed on the last playthrough that I did of this, but I think we're looking for like a lockbox here. Let's see. No, not over here. Oh, okay, perfect. The lockbox. Looks like this is what the code by the dumpster was for. Okay, and we open it up, and inside there is an old Polaroid of two people, a man and a woman. And on the back is the name Samantha. Maybe somebody here knows who these people are. I can bring this to people and see if they have anything to say about it. So we can bring, similar to the doll head, like just kind of other items to ask people about. I'm going to go through the full Monty with this greasy manager.
Ah, customer. Looking for a TV, toaster, blender?
Sorry, I'm just browsing.
Oh, what kind of person just browses appliance stores at this time of night?
I'm just waiting on my laundry.
Well then, why don't you just buy a washer and dryer here? We have the newest models at the lowest prices.
No offense, but I feel like you're the newest thing in the store.
Why, thank you. I do take pride in my appearances.
All right, this guy's kind of funny. I feel like everybody had a lot of fun with the voice acting in this game, which I kind of appreciate. So I'm going to try the creepy doll head first. Not interested. I only sell the highest quality items here. Fair enough, I guess. And then we'll show him this picture.
What a crappy picture. Say, I have a great deal on the camera. Wait. Never mind. I never had a camera.
I guess true enough. So this guy doesn't really have much to say about anything that we have right now anyway. So I guess let's go check up on our laundry, and then maybe we'll show some people the picture, and maybe go back and show Peepaw the head. I just kind of want to see where we're at in the grand scheme of things. Oh, newspaper about the laundromat burning down. Talks about a laundromat burning down, but most of the details are too faded to read. So if we bring the paper around, it might jog people's memories in the area. Very similar to the picture that we have right now. But first, I would like to check on our laundry and see generally where it's at. Let's see, the cartoons actually got some action going on now. I'm not really a guy who, I don't know, the old cartoons are kind of fine, but the audio of them is very cacophonous to me. Like, it feels sort of like death. Oh, hey, our laundry is done. Cool. Then we can take it and put it in the, so it's like all washed, it's all wet now. We can take it and put it into the drying machine. Very cool. I wonder just how, did somebody ring the bell at the front counter? I don't know. We'll have to go see. Looks like there is a bathroom key here. We can go ahead and ring the bell ourselves just for fun. Yeah, let's go ahead and go into the bathroom. We can kind of see some cool stuff in there. I don't know, cool isn't necessarily the right word, but I'm just flipping through our inventory. As I already said, it's getting extremely fucking cluttered, and this is the key to the men's bathroom, apparently. Oh man, that's so loud. The hand dryer. Police report on Lewis Kennedy. A police report that details a suspect named Lewis Kennedy. This is just for public intoxication, but that's a name that keeps popping up. Wonder if we can find out any more about him. Okay, so this is the last item we can bring around to ask people about. There's like some weird breathing and feet here. This is kind of interesting. We'll get to understand a little bit more about like this person here shortly. I think as we leave, we do get kind of a semi jump scare here. Very weird. Ow. Jesus, why is that so loud? Mannequin, who could have put this here? I remembered that this was here. I also remembered you could knock it over. Very weird. I guess there are pregnant mannequins. It's not to like, put them down or anything, but I guess there are like fat mannequins too and stuff. Wait, actually, I probably don't need the, you know what I am going to do? I'm going to turn off that TV because it's way too fucking loud, even from all the way over here. But my remote isn't quite working. I just want to, there we go. It's off. All right. I just want to be able to hear what this guy has to say about all these items. And it'll get drowned out by this stupid ass Disney bullshit in the background. So.
Oh yeah, that's Lewis. And the hot bride who used to work for him. He always was a slick bastard. Yeah, sad day. Used to do my laundry there, and let me tell you, it was a lot better than this shithole. Had this real hot chick working there too. Shame she got pregnant. Had real potential to be a passenger on the D train, if you know what I mean.
All right, once again, just telling that to stranger ladies in a fucking laundromat in the middle of the night is very funny.
Don't know how you got that, but yeah. I knew Lewis. He owned the old laundromat that burnt down. We were buds. But he disappeared one day. It's the aliens, I tell ya. Lewis is looking down on us poor schmucks right now from the cosmos.
From the cosmos. Okay. So I'm just kind of curious how we're doing on time. Oh, perfect. We've got like 11 minutes to kill. So this guy must be taking his little nappy poo. I do think it's a little early for that if you judge the clocks that are all around, like in Peepaw's in that area we just were. It seems to be, oh, I don't know. It looked like it wasn't there before, but I'm surely wrong. Anyway, we'll go through and ask this guy about all our junk too. Kind of want to start with a picture here.
Yeah, I remember those two. The guy is Lewis. Used to own the old laundromat that burnt down. The girl used to work there. It was a shame what happened to them both. It was a real shame. Sometimes the only way to hide a secret is to burn it. Old Lewis was a real son of a bitch. Had a real eye for the younger girls, he did. Don't mean to gossip, but I have it on good authority he was the one who knocked up that poor girl who worked for him. Can't remember her name, but between that scandal, the fire, and then the disappearances, I would say all the details will never be known.
Okay, well, Peepaw pretty much gave us absolutely all of the context there that we kind of needed, at least in terms of the basic story. So there's a young lady, I think even a high school girl, and I kind of forget, did they say she was 17? Don't want to put words in people's mouths, but very young. And she got pregnant by this Lewis Kennedy. I almost said Leon Kennedy. Yikes, don't want to insinuate that. I think this guy's kind of an oaf and doesn't know shit about any of this, but hey, we'll ask him.
I don't know who that old guy is, but the girl is Samantha Rhodes. I used to go to school with her. She was really nice. Before she disappeared, there were rumors she got knocked up, but no one knew by who. Man, I hope that creep wasn't the one. Wish this place would go up in flames next. Just kidding. Lewis Kennedy? Nope, never heard of him.
Okay, so, it's funny enough, that's like whoa, shit, I forgot about this lady, but she's not too scary.
You look just like her.
Who?
Same eyes, same hair. Oh, she used to be so beautiful. But I've lost her. It's been so long now, and I can't find her.
Oh, did you know one of the girls who went missing around here? Ma'am? I guess she's done talking.
All right, cool. So I didn't expect it. I thought that talk to all the NPCs achievement was bugged, but with that achievement, I actually have all the achievements in this game now. So that's very cool. I guess this is the last guy we can really talk to about this stuff that we kind of have. So let's go ahead and chat with him.
What a crappy picture. Say, I have a great deal on the camera. Wait. Never mind. I never had a camera.
All right, forgot I actually asked him about that, but that's fine. I don't think I've asked him about these other 2 items.
Look, I don't know anything about that. I just opened up shop not long ago, as I'm sure you can tell by how clean it is in here. However, I'm no detective, but if you ask me, I think it has something to do with the sounds I hear at night outside. I don't want you to think I'm losing my marbles, but I hear some weird things out there some nights. Just screams, I guess. Almost like from a child. But I can tell that ain't no kid out there. Don't know who that is, but he sounds like a real asshole to me.
Okay, so I think we pretty much talked to everybody and shown everybody everything that, is kind of in the game and stuff. That old lady always kind of, not perturbed, that's not the word I'm looking. I don't know why I can't remember words that I'm thinking of today, but she always kind of struck me as odd because I don't know if she's talking about her own kid that was stolen by the Womb Ripper, which doesn't seem plausible to me because she's an old woman and she talks about, how we look like her. So it would probably be a person of age, right? And then, so like, who is it? Is it this, this Samantha character? Because, they wouldn't reference somebody that's unimportant. Okay, we got about 7 minutes left. I'm debating what to do. I guess we could go kind of look at this this wall here I didn't look at earlier. Just kind of, do a little lap around. This wall looks different than the others because there's like little cracks down there. I don't think that there's really anything else to see in and around the area. We've shown everybody all of the items and stuff. So really what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to pop my head outside and make sure that there's nothing that I've really forgotten. But I'm probably going to cut until my wash and dry cycle is done and over with. And then I will be back. I don't know. This place is like, of course, supposed to be scary, but like it tries very like lightly to be relaxing, and unfortunately for me, given just how easily relaxed I am, it kind of sells me on it. So anyway, I'm going to sit here until my laundry, I guess, is done drying, and just kind of soak in the ambiance. I'll be back in like, I don't know, 5 minutes. Oh, our laundry's done. Okay, now get ready for things to actually get a little scary. So we go to take out our laundry, and unfortunately, these clothes are still wet. This machine must be broken, but those were my last quarters, so we got to go find the employee and get our quarters back so that we can properly wash and dry our clothes, or just dry them. I guess they're already washed. So we've got some blood splatters on the wall back there. Funny, I didn't hear nothing while I was waiting. Excuse me, sir. Anyway, we can't get any response, and we're kind of, in my opinion, this is like a little bit of like a dickhead move. We're like, sir. So we're going to get a little bit jump scared here. What is back here? Oh, okay. I didn't even know there was a thing back here. A receipt for a building repair company. I wonder how much it costs. Looks like they had to repair one of the walls in this laundromat with plaster. Okay, so that's a hint, I guess, if you get lost. But as we enter this next room, there'll be like a little bit of a jump scare that it never really does it for me. But the employee has been ripped to shreds. I guess he was like fucking nailed to up there or something. But anyway, we're calling the police now. I don't think there's no time to listen to the radio. Fair enough. And you can't really interact with anything else just yet, the computer or nothing. But yeah, so not to get distracted, we have to call 911.
911, what's your emergency?
Hello? My name is Sarah. You need to send someone now. I'm at the... Shit!
Dispatch said they got a call coming from out here, but I can't seem to be able to find anyone.
Sorry, I thought the dialogue was bugged there for a minute, so we missed the "but it's strange." Anyway, looks like the pizza place and the appliance store is closed down by the time that we got here, so for better or worse, I guess. Wow, you can see just faintly the fucking washers on the other side of that door. So we go to try this. It's locked. It's weird. Wait a minute. Is that somebody crying? So we can hear like a weird crying sound effect. And the income tax place is now open, so we better go over there. I always hate like fake crying and doll crying and stuff. Like a baby crying, I guess, is normal enough, but like what do they call it? Artificial crying is very not even unnerving. It's just kind of annoying. We hear crying and the police officer's like, "Come out now." I guess you can't expect him to do anything else. Okay, looks like time has progressed. It's 10 after 10 now. There was something else that I was thinking of saying about whenever I came to this, but it's lost now. It's lost in my mind. Probably had something to do with crying and just it kind of being annoying. Real babies, fine. Artificial babies, like my 2-year-old niece has like a little baby, and it like cries, and she likes that it makes noise, so she uses it a lot. And I don't know, she can do whatever she wants. She's the light of my life, but it is annoying. All right, so we're continuing on here. Most of these doors are locked. Even though this is supposed to be creepy music, it kind of reminds me of something you might have seen in like Lunacid or something. Like it's kind of relaxing. I don't know. Oh, hey, speaking of the opposite of relaxing anyway, there's a weird creature there. I guess with the music and stuff though, it's kind of chill. Excuse me? Hello? They kind of look like an alien, but the light goes out, and thankfully we draw our firearm. What the fuck was that? Was it holding a child? I always kind of assumed that it was like a play doll, which is still even now kind of probably what I think. So we can draw and undraw our pistol kind of at our leisure, which is good. It definitely would have came in here with it drawn, but at least we didn't draw it too late. And we have an office key now, so we can use that on stuff. The first time that I played this, I didn't realize that it's like part of our inventory. I thought we would just use it automatically, which is like, my fault or whatever. Maybe this is the key for it. Oh, hey, very nice. So looking around here, I kind of forget what the point is. I like that this is how the tax office kind of like not files it, but probably keeps it for the record, is just in these humongous fucking containers. There's a vent that's about half open, but the door is locked. So after we try the locked door, once we get to the other side of this room, we'll encounter like a minor jump scare. I wouldn't even really call it a jump scare, but I guess it is kind of in theory. He's like, "Oh, thank God. Am I glad to see you? You gotta help me. There's some crazy person around here. Hey, at least you made it this far. Follow me and I'll get you out of here," says Officer Burton. Like I said, I really like that the voice actors seem to kind of be having fun with this game. And I tried to pull the trigger. There's no such luck. This is an extremely brutal death. Wish I could rip some of these bullets, but has to be another way out of here. I don't know why we're on the defensive there, but I guess seeing somebody cut up open in front of you would be kind of scary. So there comes down the vent, and we enter into the vents. This part here is very nearly over. We have to they'll like stab up from the vent here a little bit. Oh my goodness. No. I don't know. It is kind of scary, especially with the sound effect, but once again, another kind of time where it's not necessarily doing it for me too much. Oh man. And again, I don't know. The sound effect is very odd. I bet the sound effects get even better. They just kind of sound like canned, shit, if that makes any kind of sense. I also like that she's able to like stab in multiple places. That's kind of cool. It kind of gives like this paranormal unrealism to the situation. But anyway, once we get to the end here, we'll get jump scared, and I'll try to pull the trigger, but oh my goodness, no. So we died, and our character that we were playing as from before, it's been forever and no one's coming for me. Maybe I can make a run for it. So that you probably saw him just snap into loading there. The guy who was doing his laundry from before is getting picked up single-handedly by this this character here with a knife. And the door has been chained and locked shut, so that's no bueno. This looks, of course, extremely morbid. I think it's crazy. I think whenever you do stuff like doing your laundry with kind of strangers at night is like, there's a certain like it's kind of comforting in that like if anything were to go wrong, you're at least kind of surrounded by like strangers, so you like kind of take the positive thought of like goodwill of strangers, like, you know, if I got robbed or something, or like somebody tried to harass me or something, I could probably yell for help. But ooh, that's something I always thought was eerie. It's also like, what the fuck? There's like, oh, some like weird singing. Anyway, like you take like the goodwill of people to you know, strangers to help you if you get kind of fucked in a situation similar to this, but like, you know, everybody who is around here is kind of dead, so unfortunately I have to dig through my fucking inventory so that I can tear the panels off of this wall. There's a door behind here, door to the old laundromat. So I made mention that the old laundromat is not nearly as good as the new laundromat. Also, I wish we were just a little bit taller. Anytime I've ever played this game, I always thought I was like fucking crouching in this area. So, crying yet again. I'm looking around because I always get lost in this sort of beginning area. But there's like, you know, no penalty for it or anything, but I do just kind of get all tipsy-topsy turned around and maybe not going the right way. And maybe I get locked out by having to explore for an item. I think some of these lights like fall down, like probably this one here. All right. That sound effect, very funny. Headline reads, main suspect in police's investigation disappears. 45-year-old Lewis Kennedy has gone missing, not to be confused with his cousin Leon Kennedy, the top suspect in the grisly crime of an arson and alleged kidnapping and murder of a young woman. So once again, to kind of cap, this Lewis Kennedy had like got a woman pregnant, and then it kind of seems like he was trying to cover it up by any kind of like commitment and stuff, or the situation itself. Again, I think she was underage based on what I've read. And so he like, you know, at the same time committed kind of like fraud, insurance fraud probably, and like arson by like burning down his own building with the lady inside of it, the young lady, girl. And yeah, so that's where we're at in terms of the story. I guess we could look at these missing posters. What are these doing here? I should probably leave. Very odd that she keeps the missing posters, or this killer keeps the missing posters here. So we pick up the flashlight. We can try the door, but it won't budge. Freezer is locked, but that is A-okay with me. I got a feeling I would not care to know what was in there anyway. So we go to try this door, and it starts getting stabbed through and beat on and stuff like that. So we can like try different things around the room, you know, like the door. We can't hide inside of the freezer, which was my first kind of inclination. Instead, we're moving these file cabinets, and we can try the door here. I don't think we're being chased or anything. We've got plenty of time. There's kind of like an artificial suspense to this, you know, sort of area or anything. And maybe the later games, like you get sort of like penalized. You have to like walk around, crawl around, sneak around and stuff. These are like weird sort of flesh masks. I like how low poly they are. That's probably the only thing I like about it. So here is a note. How long have I been here? Last thing I remember was walking home, and now all of a sudden I'm locked in this godforsaken room. Who would do this to me, and why? They have to find a way out of here. There's dried blood on the walls. Jesus, how mortifying. I was also wondering, so this seems to be written with like pen, and the end of that note says, I have to think of my child now, so we can like, you know, obviously presume that things did not go great for this person. What was I thinking of from here? I guess we're kind of just moving this direction. I'm kind of just going based off of like my sense of direction here a little bit. Oh, nice. Another note. I know I won't be getting out of here alive. That psychopath, it kills women like me, so she knows she's pregnant. She probably knows that this is the womb ripper, and like, you know, she's seen 3 other people come here, get killed, and get skinned and stuff like that. I don't know. There's a bit, you can sort of empathize with this villain a little bit at a certain point, but there's just, no. So the womb ripper forced her to swallow a key, and she's like, I think it would get me out of here, but I'm not going to get to live long enough to use it. So she knows that she'll be strung up and butchered like the rest. And my baby, oh God, I'm so sorry, my little angel. So we've got a scalpel here, and you can kind of put 2 and 2 together a little bit. She's like, I won't get to use the key, but hopefully somebody, you know, will. It's sort of, in so many words. So we can take the scalpel. She knew that she would be strung up. Wow, my inventory is so cluttered with bullshit. Okay, I can't believe I'm doing this. So we dig into the stomach. Thankfully, it's not too detailed, and we pick up the key to progress further on. Yeah, so that has been at least this area. This is like kind of like the killing area. And I made mention of it before, but this place is like fucking gigantic compared to the other place we just were. Like my first thought was like, I never thought about this until like a couple years after I played this game for the first time, but like, holy fuck, is this so much bigger than that other area. So here's a corpse.
It's a corpse. It looks like it's been here for years. There's a wallet sticking out of his pocket. What? The driver's license belongs to Lewis Kennedy. But this doesn't make any sense. I need to get out of here and call the police.
Okay, so this is Lewis Kennedy. So there's been kind of like some subtext so far that it was probably Lewis Kennedy killing all these women, but not so much anymore. So it's got to be somebody else. Looks like she hasn't been here very long, says our character about this dead woman. So I'm very glad that we got to see that. This is the first kind of creepy area, or like really creepy area, is like a mannequin here, which you probably, like it looks very similar to the Womb Ripper. I guess our run isn't really that much quicker, but hey, what can you do? All right, continuing on. Find the child. So we have to find the child among other things here, I'm pretty certain. So this is a lock, right? I need to find a way to get this lock off. Fair enough. And I forget kind of what the pathing here is. That's kind of like a door I can't even interact with. So I've missed this across a couple playthroughs, but if you look down this area, you can kind of see the Womb Ripper there. Looks like they're pointing a little bit, but then they disappear, and there's like weird sort of machinery running. Sorry, it's so weird. With these sound effects, I have to keep taking a fucking headphone off because I swear, I'm like, is there somebody in my house walking around right now upstairs? Okay, so we've got a pistol here, probably from the police officer. I better keep this with me just in case. I go to pull the trigger on it, and it does not have any bullets, so, you know, whatever. Anyway, we cross this. Oh, I forgot about that washer or dryer falling into there. Like I said, this place is fucking enormous, bro. I couldn't even imagine, I guess this would be the place to do your laundry, though. It sort of makes sense why there's so many, what am I trying to say here? Why there's so many washers and dryers in that other place if it's getting business like this. So a doll that's been cut in half. Oh, and that was ammunition we just picked up there, even though I didn't really get to read it. So we've now got ammunition for our gun, which, you know, we can presume that we'll use on the the lock. Like, we'll use this to blow the lock off that door. Oh, and I just heard the board break. It sounded like a fucking 100 bodies falling from the ceiling. All right. So we enter into this other side here, and if you remember, there was some like kind of panning shots of this area earlier, but with like signage and stuff. It actually kind of looked a little bit newer. I'm kind of looking to see if this is... I don't think we can interact with any of these, but the sound effect is only for like one spot in this area. So anyway, open this door, and there you can see the Find the Child on the wall, and it like lets us out from this side. So anyway, you know, we can use our gun on this lock. Okay, very nice. And we're getting kind of to the climax here, just a little bit.
Asshole. I'm ready for you.
Okay, I thought maybe there might be a little bit more to that than there was. So this is a combat segment, if you can believe it. So we get kind of introduced to the fact that there are going to be mannequins down here. And this does get loud and it does get stressful. So you'll have to forgive me if I succumb to the pressures of either of those. So, we are down here, and I guess it also gets kind of scary as well. And as we sort of continue on, yep, the lights are out now. We're looking for any kind of movement down here. You don't want to get tripped up by the mannequins. Oh shit. Oh boy. That just scared the shit out of me. I've never had her spawn that quickly before. I think my game is bugged. Oh my god. Okay. Well, I'll be back here in a second. Oh, no, it's not bugged. She did run to Africa, though. I don't know where she got off to. Okay, I got us locked down here. We have to shoot her 3 times, and what that screaming kind of is supposed to be her running away. Wow, that was very, very, very eerie. I might, like I said, I've never had her spawn that early, and she probably like really fucked off. So, and she's supposed to get faster every time. So, okay, I need to stop being such a pansy and just give it a give it a shot. We're just going to kind of sweep this area a little bit. I don't hear or see anything. Okay, let's go out to here. Lots of mannequins kind of in and around. Oh, wow, I'm getting really disoriented here. Easy now. We got some bugs and stuff. Okay, we must be being approached or something. Oh, man, I'm getting hella stressed. Okay, let's go forward. Oh, there she is. Cool. All right, so we shot her again, and she's kind of running off once again. The last time I played this, it was like real back to back to back. At least we kind of know that she's probably to our right some. Just kind of keeping my eyes in and around. Just being real sensitive to motion here a little bit. Hopefully we can deal with her without too much trouble here. Like I said, she's really quick. I'm just kind of talking out of my ass just a little bit until we can deal with her, hopefully. Like I said, she's really spooky, in my opinion. Okay, we're here. We're locked down. I think I kind of hear the music crescendoing a little bit. Wow. Okay, maybe we'll have to move on just a little bit here. All right, we're moving back over to this other side. I got a feeling I'm probably going to get jumped here. Oh, I hear the music crescendoing. And nice, we shot her a third time. I thought that was the third time's the charm type deal, but this fight has been extremely bugged for me this playthrough. I presume she went that direction. Just kind of keeping my eyes out and around for her. This is getting to be rather odd. Let's maybe post up here. Oh, I think I'm probably dead. Okay, so she can only really come from, I think, probably this direction, right? All right, that's what I thought. Nice, we killed her on the fourth shot. Wow, you'll have to forgive me for playing that so weird. Her AI was working very weird there. The last time that I played, like, it was like bang, 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 like, you know, like anyway, let's hear what this lady has to say.
It was Samantha. After Lewis locked her in the laundromat and burned it down, she survived. And she must have lost her baby, though. With almost being killed, losing her child, and being terribly burned, she completely snapped. She killed Lewis, and then set her sights on killing others who had something she didn't. Oh, God.
Okay, so we're here with what's called the Epilogue. Again, we have just a little bit of dialogue here, not very much.
Upset to be woken up so late for an impromptu autopsy. But when they told me that it was the actual womb ripper, well, I got down here as soon as I could. I can't believe that it turned out to be Samantha Rhodes, who'd gone missing and was presumed dead years ago.
All right, so again, there at the end, we kind of got an idea of, like, the fact that it was not this man going around and killing people, but instead the woman who was a victim of him. Again, you know, it's awful, but I like this dialogue here. Just a fridge where I keep my lunch and miscellaneous body parts. Anyway, I guess we should begin the autopsy, huh? So, we start to chop this person up to, I guess, diagnose the cause of death or whatever. Not like we didn't just live through it. 3 shots to the gut. What the hell? The power went out. Nope, that's right. It was 4 shots. I was used to the Zelda puzzle boss bullshit. The fuse box is down the hall. I'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere now. So yeah, the fuse box is out. We're on backup generator power here, evident by the red lights. Oh, nice. It keeps flashing a little bit. I'm so worried about my graphics card crashing after the Spider-Man 2 debacle. Oh, well, this game has been very short. Also, I just dropped something, apparently. This game has been very short. Kind of surprised that it's only going to clock in at around an hour. So, the lights are back on. Time to head back and finish up our autopsy. Yeah, I don't know. I thought this was a cool enough game. Glad to finally be through it. Not like it's been like a labor, but like I've been kind of waiting to get through all these games, So, and of course the body is gone. So our character's like, what? She's gone? I have to get out of here, huh? Yeah, because she's a killer, dude. We got to get the hell out of here. So as we leave, we'll get a little jump scare from that and that is the end of the tape. And yeah, that's been Bloodwash. Like I said, it kind of ended up way shorter than I thought it would be. I kind of clocked this game in at about 2 hours, but between cutting and kind of being efficient, it didn't end up being that. So yeah, that was Bloodwash. Glad to finally get it under my belt. It's funny how this is probably the only game that I can think of that I've actually been scared of while I played it. So that was a very weird sort of feeling for once during a Let's Play, was being scared while she was sort of chasing me around with that knife. But we won. Didn't get killed by her, thank goodness. Our baby and us lived to see another day, and the Womb Ripper lives to see another day, so that can't be good for anybody, right? Maybe one day we'll see a Bloodwash 2 or some kind of continuation of the story, but I don't want to hold you here with, fucking bullshit. So that's been Bloodwash, and I will see you guys all next week. Later.